Hello, people. We are back. Act 2, the podcast, episode 268. We back for another episode of us. We here, y'all here. We ain't here for a long time. We here for a good time. And we back. We back. We was out. We back. Y'all back. What's up? Somebody's peeled. Yeah, come on now.
Who are you?
I don't know. I'm your boy. I'm your boy, International Walk. This is
your girl Taj, the co-hostess with the mostest.
Let's get right to it. How are you?
I am good. Mentally, I'm a 10. I feel good. Nothing negative. I don't have no.
When the last time your mentals was dying?
It's been a while. It's been about 7 weeks, if not, more.
Okay. Seems like a weird number, but okay.
Well.
Okay. I was about to say, what happened?
Yeah, so, I don't know if it was a 10 at that point, but, I can imagine that it hasn't been since then. But I feel really good. And I'm, again, living where my feet are. I'm speaking at this moment. This has been a good day. This has been a good week. And I feel, mentally, I feel great. Finances are innate. I'm so grateful for God's blessings. I'm so grateful for my husband. I'm grateful. Work is a 9. Work is a 9. I'm doing, I am progressing in my current job. Somebody's thirsty, a big guzzler over here. Big gulp. Like that was a 7-Eleven commercial. I am progressing in my my dual careers. So yeah, it's a 9. Physically, physically I'm like an 8.
Pooped.
I'm tired. I'm lethargic, but my bones, my hips, my coccyx, I'm pretty sure I've kind of narrowed it down to 2 things. One, traveling, which we'll get into that, and being seated for long periods of time, and just the change in atmospheric pressure, like all of that kind of stuff.
I know you was gonna go there. What the fuck?
All of that kind of stuff weighs on your
change
body.
In atmospheric pressure.
Yeah, it pulls on your bones. And then being 45, I'm gonna add that to it. And I think I messed myself up on the treadmill, trying to do something, like trying to challenge myself more, but I don't think it was the good thing. Like, when you walk on the treadmill and people hold on, and I felt like when you don't hold on, you exert more energy, so it makes it a little more harder. So me wanting to challenge myself more, I was feeling good, like, no hands, I'm doing it, I'm getting it, got a little incline going on, and I'm hustling more, I'm sweating more. But my baby had told me that he learned when he was going through his therapy that the benefit of holding on is to keep your hips in alignment. And I think I kind of threw myself off alignment, because I have really been struggling these last few days.
You naturally have a duck walk. Yeah. So if you free walking on the treadmill, you're going to overwalk. You're going to walk how you normally walk and overcompensate on one side for long periods of time. Why not, this has the thought come into your head, hold on, I want to challenge myself, let me just up the incline or up the speed.
No, that hurts. That hurts my sciatica. I think I gotta find a different cardio activity.
Farmers walks on the track.
That, or the elliptical, that hurts. The rowing. I like walking out.
I remember that rowing broke me down.
I like natural walking outside on a track. I really, really enjoy a good walk, but I think it's something about that cork. Is that on the track cork? Mm-hmm. Okay. It's something about that relieves pressure. I don't know. I think the treadmill walking, or I'm not going to say it's not for me. I think I just have to break it up. Mm-hmm. I think it's just because the incline bothers my nerves in a different way. So it's just, nevertheless, my body is innate. I did some, I went to get stretched. That helped some. But yeah, so I'm feeling like an 8. How are you?
I am mentally, I would say a 9. Finances, I'm say an 8. Um, Work, I would say is a 10. Work
That's
is
good.
great. I ain't got no stress, no drama there. And physically, I feel like a solid 8. Like I'm hurting too. I think it was, again, we'll get into it, but the travel,
The
the
atmospheric pressure
uncomfortable
got to you
seats,
too.
the atmospheric pressure that she talked about. I just think, yeah, like we'll get into it, but my I don't feel like, I feel lethargic, like she said. I don't feel 100%. And it's like I feel like I'm in a fog, like I'm lacking somewhere. And then I was at work and like a sick bug tried to get me because my immune system is probably weakened right now. So I need to like
rest.
rest, bunker down, maybe chug some vitamin C
Make
and
you
let
some,
it
make some
build up.
ginger shots.
But yeah, it's bad. It's bad. My shoulders, my neck, and it's like not a sick, like oh my god, I'm about to get sick, but it's just like lethargy is all in the body. Lethargy, lethargy though. I want to go with lethargy.
Okay, make it
But
up.
just let y'all know, I know the word lethargy. She just taught me, but lethargy is all in the body. So yeah, that's how I feel. Wows and woes, ups and downs, stops and goes.
So I'm just
What
saying,
was hot, what was not.
the woe is just the hustle and bustle of traveling. It's weird. It's like you look forward. I'm so grateful that we have the ability to travel. When I say ability, like y'all know our story. Like we weren't able to travel when my husband was a fugitive. Well, we weren't able to travel on a plane, like a little quick in and out. Get up, fly, go see our family real quick. So I'm so grateful that we have the ability. Addition to that, the resources, to be able to fly in and fly out. I've always talked about wanting to do that, like just on a leisurely thing for us. Like let's go to Chicago for the weekend. Let's fly. Let's go to when it's nice weather, Detroit, or I want to go to Mia Ray's store. Quick little weekend turnaround, like that sort of thing. But I'm realizing those little quick trip, you gotta plan it so that it's quick, but you're also resting. We travel, and again we'll talk more about our travel details, but I think this was our first like quick trip like this, and we just have to plan better so that we don't hurt ourselves in our efforts to enjoy ourselves. The wow of it was the purpose of our traveling. Oh well, there's some it's multi-layered. The purpose of our traveling, our oldest niece on my side went on her senior prom, and she was just so beautiful. And just seeing her come to this moment of what been in her life. She is the only child. She's 18. She's the only of the Fab Five that I didn't see born, because we were literally out looking for houses, and we were just far away when she came into the world. But every milestone of her life we've been part of, and just seeing her go on her prom, I couldn't stop taking pictures of her. Like literally, I couldn't stop staring at her. I couldn't stop telling her how beautiful she was and how much I loved her. Like she was just beautiful, and just being together, like having her village come through for her. Them living, way. Of course, we couldn't make all the things like her cheerleading games and that sort of thing, but those big moments in life I look forward to and hope that God continues to bless us to be part of that. In addition to that, my sisters and I, all being together, the three of us hadn't been together since 2022, and that was it just felt good. I know that God answers prayers and God heals hearts, and I'm extremely grateful.
Cool.
Yeah. What about you, Wiles and Woes?
I would say, to piggyback on what you said, the woe was just traveling. It sucks. The hustle and bustle of it, the people, the delays, the cancellations, the rental cars, like all that stuff. It just sucks. You wish you could like teleport or snap your fingers and be somewhere, but you can't. The wow of it all was just seeing my niece Madison, go on her prom. It's crazy to know, and I experienced this with my daughter, but I missed years of her life. But just knowing Madison since she was born, like a baby, and then to see her be on her prom, it's like damn, like I seen everything that you did and offered, and you
dance
know,
recitals,
like all that kind of stuff. So that was cool to see. I enjoy probably more than you might know, because you get on my nerves down there sometimes. So I'll be a little bit upset, but I enjoy being around Erica and the kids. Like, I just do. They make me feel like family. Like, I mean, I know we are, and I always have been, but it's just a different feeling down there. Like, it's not. It doesn't feel like like it's like here, you just here to see your aunt. Like, you just want to see your aunt or whatever. Like, they fuck with me too, and that means a lot to me, because not lately, but you know, we've talked about this on the pod before, the yearning for the idea of family, and that, like, it fulfills that. So for me to get that out of it, just being around them, how Erica always opens up her house and, you know, always wants to make sure I'm cool, the way the kids want to, you know, Mace want to throw the football, and like, they just enjoy when I come around and talk to them and be with them. So that's cool. And yeah, that was it.
That's good. I'm happy, and I know you love it down there. Like, it's just so peaceful. But this time we did things a little bit differently. So our travel, we literally flew through the night. Like, we had a late night flight. And this is the first time we've ever flown out that late at night. It was like 10 o'clock at night. So, you know, we get there top of the morning, and, you know, we do our thing for 48 hours, literally 48 hours. And then the next Monday morning, having to be up at 3:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning to fly out
at 6.
Yeah, it was a lot. So I mean, again, I look forward to, in the future, taking, you know, little quick trips like that. But I feel like it would have to be it would be more convenient. It would feel better if it was like a Friday morning flight to like a Monday afternoon flight. That way we're not again, we're still resting. At this age, no matter what we do, we cannot sacrifice rest.
No.
And that's how I feel like, you know, and being there, we also stayed in the city because my sister doesn't live there, like an hour outside of the major city, but we stayed in Atlanta so that we could enjoy and spend some time together, which we did on a small scale. Like, we had some really good food, but we were tired. Like, we really were tired. So we didn't, you know, we found a great little coffee shop that we went to both mornings.
Had shoes on for like 20-something hours straight.
Could not wait to take shoes off my feet. It was one of the moments where it was like, damn, I want a pair of flip-flops. Like, I just wanted my feet to be free out of sneakers. But yeah, it was beautiful being able to just make one of them quick little 48 hour trips. But I think 48 hours is too short. We need 72. Like, we need that Friday, and we need that part of that Monday, because sacrificing rest, we feel the residuals of it.
But I can't have weekend trips costing me 2 days. So that I can't do.
Well, even an earlier flight on Friday.
Early morning.
Well, no,
okay.
Earlier afternoon.
If we're talking about a quick weekend trip, okay, I can't sacrifice 2 days for a quick weekend trip.
One day, sacrificing
one day
is
Monday. Okay, yeah.
But flying out, like, when you get home Friday, I'm at the door.
Yeah,
like,
I don't like that. I mean, you set that up, and that was the most feasible way for us to do it and get down there. So cool, but we don't normally fly out and you get someplace and you only just
at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, like, that's you paying for the night just to sleep.
For the bed. Yeah, because we literally got there Saturday, but you know, in the hotel you pay for that night. So
checked in at 2:30 in the fucking morning.
Yeah. I mean, again, it was beautiful, but the time that we spent with the family was beautiful, but the process of doing that, traveling sucks. Like, to be honest, a road trip within reason is more comfortable than flying, because with a road trip, there's still some level of control that you have.
You can stop, go to the bathroom. You can eat.
Possibly detour if needed.
You can pull over, rest.
Your seat can, you know, be more comfortable as far as you reclining or doing all the things. Like, airplanes suck. I mean, until, we get to the status where we can fly on a PJ and be able. Now, I am looking forward to one day, one of those international trips where it's like beds on it. Mm-hmm. But then again, I don't know how comfortable that is going to be either. Like, I get motion sickness. Like, the process of flying sucks to me. The airport process, it's like when it works well, it's great. But when it doesn't, you're at the mercy. There's nothing you can do. I mentioned my other sister, she traveled to there for the first time, and she was stuck she was supposed to come home Monday. They had a flight around 6:00. It got pushed back to like 9:00. Then it got canceled until 7:00 Tuesday evening. So, and thank God she had the resources, her and her boyfriend, to go back to a different hotel they went to, stayed, got up the next morning, went to brunch, did all the things. But if not, they would have been sleeping in the airport for 24 hours, which we saw people laying stretched out on the floor looking miserable for, having to sleep in the airport. Now, I don't know whether they didn't have
misery is like secondary. They look nasty, like shoes off, head facing on the carpet of the airport. Like, they look like haggard, like beat down people. Like, when they get home, they're not going nowhere for 5 years. Mm-hmm. Like, fuck traveling. And
I'm sorry, her flight was 7:00 the next evening. But then that was delayed till 10:00. So they didn't end up getting home till like 1:30 in the morning.
And we've been we couldn't fly for a long time, and we've been in and off these planes for the last 6 years, having fun. And it seems like the adrenaline or the enjoyment of us going to new places, it carries us there. Yeah. But coming home, it's like, what the fuck? Like, oh my God, that whole incident we had last time in Georgia when we had to switch flights and all that shit, and the cost of that. And the trying to get the reimbursement back, like,
that was Colombia.
Yeah, in Colombia, that was a fucking mess. That was a mess. And then the whole TSA thing, like, that's going on with the shutdown of the government, which there ain't no upside to say this is gonna be over soon. And this is partial shutdown. So you think that if they shut the whole government down, then shit's gonna go awry.
Well, they said for TSA workers, this past weekend was the first. Like, because you figure people work and they get paid like 2 weeks later, or 1 week or 2 weeks later. So this was the first missed paycheck for them. So it's really going down. Yeah. Like, and it's hard because.
And what did they miss last time? Lots of paychecks.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Was it 20 days?
I don't know.
But you figured to eat 20.
It's a couple of paychecks. Maybe 2.
Yeah. But it's hard to tell people who aren't getting paid to still show up for work when you could be doing other things to make money. Yeah, like
driving Ubers or whatever.
Driving Ubers, DoorDash, Instacart. Yep. Like, there's too many other avenues for you to make money, because while some creditors you may be able to say, all right, I'm a government employee, what's going on with the government, I can't pay my car note. But, some people like, all right, we might give you like a month grace period, but we don't know how long this is going to last. Or your landlord might not be trying to hear that. And I know people don't like put you out immediately, but who wants to go through that whole eviction process? Right. You got to go to court, and like that's a lot.
Explain why you can't pay something. Like, it's too much.
Or how about you need food, and you're not. I don't think you have the ability to get, like temporary food stamps, because they're gonna, you technically have a job, you're just not being paid right now. It's just a horrible situation, and nobody should have to go through that. It's not like they decided to strike. Like, because the government shut down, you still want me to show up for work, but I'm not getting paid, and I have no idea how long this is gonna last.
And all this is behind, we talked about this earlier, that all this is behind Trump and wanting to slice the fat in the government agencies, TSA being one of them. And again, I was on the side of, I think, not that I want people to lose their jobs, but TSA costs the government $12 billion a year. Do you think that we can have a system that checks bags and does all the stuff the TSA does for half that cost, that's not TSA.
I mean,
and I guess in essence it would be private security if it was technically, yeah, if you're getting rid of them and hiring other people, or just other government jobs that do that, but it's not called TSA.
I mean, call it what you want. If it's going to fall under the government, the federal government, it's going to potentially face those kind of risks. If it's going to fall under state or city government, then the thing with that is, okay, if you think about, let's not even think about TSA. If you think about Social Security, or you think about the IRS, it's at a federal level, so you think there's some uniformity across the board.
Mm-hmm.
But now when you start to break it down to state level,
everybody do their
and then
thing.
maybe even city level, now you're relying on the infrastructure of those municipalities to, determine how good or bad this service is. What happens if, flying through Philadelphia is safe, but flying through Houston it ain't as, you know what I mean? You run the risk. And I understand TSA was created after 9/11. The orchestration of the 9/11 events. And since then we haven't heard about, any other, thank God, any other terrorist acts that, some people might say it's just because nobody tried, or TSA could have thwarted it. Whatever the reason is, we haven't. But is that a risk we want to take? Like, I don't know if that's something that we want to say. Now, is there a way that they could potentially lower the cost? Maybe,
I think it's an overcorrection. Because what happened on 9/11 was they got on a plane and flew the planes into buildings. Mm-hmm. That, so I think the overcorrection is we have to search each individual person. And I also think the shoe bomber, the belt bomber, like all these people, was like, it opened their eyes to say, oh, not only can you put stuff here, you can put stuff there. So let's have a search thing where we checking bags and doing all this stuff and liquids, and you can't have this and can't have that. And I think they overcorrected because before 9/11, people were flying fine. Like, I can't just discount that. People were flying fine. The country had did stuff to people. Wasn't nobody getting on planes bombing nothing. Wasn't nobody getting on planes doing anything. It was almost like back then, the 70s, 80s, early 90s, like to fly was a luxury. Like, it was a luxury ticket. Everybody couldn't do it. And now it just seems like that fact that everybody can do it is, they're searching everybody and taking everybody's time and all this shit. But I think it's an overcorrection to what happened.
I understand your point, and it's very valid that prior to the implementation of TSA, there wasn't TSA, and people were flying, and we didn't hear, of any things. But it's the same with like school shootings. Some people can say, oh, having metal detectors in schools, it's an overcorrection. But look at what happened, and the fact that they don't even have metal detectors at all schools, especially in those areas where people think that it's safe because they're in a higher tax bracket. But look at Uvalde, what happened in Uvalde, Texas, where all those kids getting killed. Nobody, since before Columbine, we didn't hear of this. But you got to think about what gets implanted in people's head. And we have copycats, or people just think this is a new way, to do something, to harm people, to act out, to show their rage for whatever reason. So I would hate to, like, you see arguments and stuff on the plane. If somebody got a gun, we can't guarantee that everybody's going to have the emotional intelligence and just the common sense to not shoot a gun on a plane or to not stab somebody on a plane. Like, I wouldn't want to take that risk. So is it an overcorrection? Possibly, but it did expose that it can still happen, but as far as shooting,
not shooting, but if somebody, what happened on 9/11 still can happen. You can't stop people from getting on the plane, or people who live here who decide I'm going to do some crazy shit and just say they from a different country. They get on a plane. You can't stop that if they got the valid ID to get on the plane or board a plane. Say they on there and they got an ink pen and they stab the guy that's next to him in the neck, and then they grab a woman and act like they're going to stab her. People will back the fuck off.
I think
People will back off. You don't have to have a box cutter. You don't have to have a knife. Like, you can do some damage with an ink pen.
Yeah, but I think more people admit more people are vigilant, and you are more likely to get your ass whooped threatening somebody with an ink pen than you did with a box cutter, because more people are willing to bum rush you
with a pen than you did a box cutter. A box cutter, they know they're getting opened up.
Exactly, and even if it's not like a hijacking situation, it could just be a mentally deranged person, or it could just be an argument about something. Like, we see people have arguments on, and somebody pull out a knife, and it's one thing to have an argument on a plane. Now we gotta land because he slit this man's throat. And now, it's gushing out and he's dead. And now, instead of us landing in LA, we got to stop in Oklahoma, and everybody got to get off the plane.
You can cut somebody's throat with a pen. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I know that you can, but I'm just saying, I think people, like you always say, guns change options.
True.
Weapons in general change options. So a lot of people aren't going to think to stab somebody with a pen, but if you have a knife and you want to hurt somebody, you will think about it. If you have a gun and you want to hurt somebody, you will think about it. Not to say you can't use the buckle of a seatbelt and box somebody in the head, but if you have an actual weapon, then I think that will increase the chances of violence happening. So I think the security measures are necessary for that level of protection. No, we didn't have it before, but we were more civilized people.
I was about to say, to play devil's advocate, I'm not disagreeing with you, but to play devil's advocate and push back.
Let me just say this, the devil doesn't need an advocate.
Where was the news stories? You know what I'm saying. It's a saying.
I know, but I don't like it.
Yeah, well, it's been around for 100 years. I'm not going to stop saying it. Where was the news stories of people doing shit to get on planes with bombs and too much liquid and stuff, like just trying to do stuff on planes? Like, we had never heard that as a kid.
I'm giving that to you. It may have never happened.
And you just think the fact that 9/11 happened, that there's some people who might want to do that stuff because of school shootings. And that happened. And
I'm not saying because of school shootings. I'm using school shootings as an example.
On how
we never heard of school, and then it happened.
200 a year. I get it.
Yeah, so that's all I'm saying. Yeah, it may not have happened on a plane before, but now if people think, oh, I can take a weapon. I mean. And that doesn't mean people weren't taking weapons or guns before. Just an incident never happened before. But now, if people can freely take it, it only takes one time for it to happen, and then I think we would probably see an increase. So I think you just have to find a way to eliminate that. So you're right, we didn't hear news stories. We can look it up. I don't think anybody ever got shot or stabbed on a plane prior to 9/11. I mean, I think everybody would know, like, oh, remember that time? Yeah. There was a shoot. I don't think it happened. But the fact that if we don't have some security measures in place, it can happen. I don't want to be on a plane with somebody that has a gun.
I agree with you, and I think that we can have a security a measure in place that don't cost $12 billion a year.
I do. I'm 99%
and if Trump
sure
has a hair on his ass that is TSA, and he wants to get rid of TSA, then eradicate that, make it something else. You can call it BDP. I don't give a shit.
And to be honest, I don't think TSA is the hair on his ass. I think he's just the government shutdown. I think they are just kind of catching a stray because they are part of the government. Now, I do think that there is one of many agencies where he's thinking we can freight costs, and we probably can. Everything the government does, I'm sure there is a lot of savings that can be found. But to have people come to work and not pay them, I don't think that is the right way to go about it.
Morale and enthusiasm is out the window.
Yeah.
It's out the window.
Yeah.
So the job that you want them to do, they're going to do lackluster because they're not being paid for it. And it's such a critical job.
Not only that, let's also mention some of these people need to be to work at 4:00 in the morning. Who the hell is getting up at, let's say 3, if you're lucky and live close to work, leaving your house at 3:30 to be to work at 4 and not getting paid? It's different if you got to be there at noon and you wake up like, oh, let me go to this job. But you want me to be up at 3 a.m. and I'm not getting paid for this? Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Are you crazy? So I'm putting forth all of this effort, losing out on sleep, probably losing out on family time because I gotta go to bed early the night before. And I know we're eventually gonna get paid once things happen, but like you said, my morale and my motivation ain't there.
No.
If I gotta be there at 4, y'all, hopefully y'all see me by 6. Hopefully y'all see me by 6 because I got an attitude.
And the supervisor got an attitude when you get there, so he might say, "Go home." Now you done came there for nothing.
I put in my PTO, and that's another thing. People gonna be using up all their PTO because they're not gonna when it does come time to pay
they're
people.
They're gonna want to get paid.
Yeah, it's just a horrible situation.
For as many days as they can, they're gonna want to get paid.
Yeah. And I think what may end up happening also is, who knows, they may have a mass exodus from those careers and then have to rehire people. It's just a bad situation. So prayers, we know somebody personally in our family who works for that agency. Just prayers to anybody going through, we know there's layoffs in all kinds of organizations. It's one thing to lose your job, but to have your job and not be getting paid, that's sad. I hope it ends quickly. I hope, and I this is far-fetched, it would be great if they implemented some sort of thing where that just can't happen, that people got to show up to work and not be paid. That's sad.
But that's what happens when you sign up for a government job.
Yeah, you're at the mercy of the government.
Yeah, that's what happens. You can't call the government and talk to somebody. There's no HR.
Well, there is, but they're the government too. Okay. Yeah, your HR is the government.
There ain't no goddamn HR. Who you calling that's going to be on the phone helping you with your problems?
But not only that, your manager and their manager and their manager, ain't nobody getting paid. So it's like, what does this even matter?
They ain't got it. It's a damn shame.
Yeah.
What other job right now is being affected like that? Where people aren't getting paid for showing up.
I think the Social Security Administration, maybe the VA hospitals.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I don't know if the IRS is impacted. But yeah, I'm not sure of all, because you got to think TSA is so public facing, so that's the one we're hearing about most because it's the largest impact. Those people, like in other government offices, people every day aren't working. I mean, they are, but it's not as public. Right. You know what I mean? So I don't know all of the agencies, but I know when it happened before, it was the Social Security offices, and I believe the VA hospitals. I don't want to say the hospitals, but like the VA offices may have been impacted. Mm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it definitely is.
That just makes me think I would never want a government job, because you just in limbo. You never know when something gonna shut down or when they gonna hold up your check. Mm-hmm. Like, it's almost, you can't do anything, plan anything. You almost like you gotta save everything, in case some shit go down.
And I don't know if I would say I would never want a government job, but I would never want a federal government job. I don't know if this has happened at state level before, that there's like a shutdown like this. I can't recall. I don't know. But I mean, because
state level stuff. Because I was just
like Department of Health. It would be the state police, but I don't think the police would shut down. What's another state job? I can't think of anything. I know the State Department of Health, but yeah. So I mean that's.
I wouldn't remember that, but if you name like other state jobs, I would remember like if they were shut down. But I don't remember if the Department of fucking Health was ever shut down. Like, I ain't got that in the room.
The DMV is like a state job. I don't remember that kind of stuff being shut down.
No, I don't ever remember the DMV being. I remember it being fucked up because of COVID, but I don't remember it being.
Yeah, like down. They separated the offices and who does what.
Appointments and all that.
But I don't remember it being. And I mean, you got to think too. So, like the state police, that's essential. So I don't think they would like.
Oh, air traffic control. Well, no, that's
federal. Yeah.
Okay, so it ain't.
And those are other. That's another. Last time
they were affected.
They were affected as far as not getting paid. And
that's when we started seeing plane crashes. You noticed that?
Yeah.
Started seeing plane crashes when they had them people fucking, and they had the substitutes in there.
Well, and another thing I found out, like with everything going on now, they are like a lot of these flight cancellations and things that have been happening because of weather and stuff like that, but also because we are currently at war and because staffing is impacted as far as the government jobs, they are minimizing the number of flights. So like that's why like if you got to get a flight rescheduled, it ain't one like as readily or as early available as it may have been, 6 months ago, because they're limiting the number of flights so that they can have more focus and be more secure.
Right.
So that's as much, and which is crazy because as much people traffic as we see in these lines being backed up. Imagine if they weren't limiting the number of flights, it would be worse.
Yeah.
It would be worse because again, we're at war and we have this shutdown. These are two separate things that are happening at the same time.
Yeah, but we're supposed to not live in a country where if they go to war we're affected. Like we still got loved ones. We still got to go places, jobs, see people. Like y'all out there fucking fighting war, and it just shouldn't affect us like that.
I guess they want to.
Y'all doing something wrong.
Yeah, I guess also they want to be able to, I don't know, monitor more closely. So if there's less air traffic, they can better look at what's going on. I'm just trying to say it in layman's terms.
Through all of this, they're talking about closing some major airports. I'm 48 years old. I've never heard of an airport in a major city being shut down.
Unless it was like a major storm or something.
Yeah, what do you think that would do if the Atlanta airport was shut down, the LA airport, LAX or LaGuardia or something like that was shut down? For 20 days, like no flights, no people, no nothing. You cannot fly out of LaGuardia or LAX.
That would greatly impact people's. There are some people that fly like for business and stuff. No, granted,
private jets too, right? I mean, they can't fly.
I would think so because they still need TSA.
They need to be in the airport, yeah.
Yeah.
They need the runways.
And part of the reason why they're talking about possibly shutting them down is because of TSA. We don't have enough workers to allow people to securely fly. Mm-hmm. So. You got people that, like you said, fly for business. You got people that fly for vacation. You have people that fly for health issues. Like if you're going to the best cancer center in Texas or something, like you have people that fly for a lot of reasons. Now, I think what may happen, you'll see an increase in road traffic, but this is the tricky part. Now with gas prices, skyrocketing, what's that going to look like?
They know what.
Or you'll see more trains being utilized, which I think the increase in trains, I hope that doesn't.
You still need petroleum. You still need gas. That means the ticket's going to be higher.
I hope that doesn't result in like more train accidents because
the volume of
trains, workers are being overworked. Like all of that ties into each other, and that would be very. I mean. I'm saying it kind of selfishly to think like, oh my God, we weren't, thinking about how that would impact vacations. But there's some people that fly for like really important things in life.
I'm gonna listen to you and say, whatever you protecting us from, God, I'm gonna do that. Like if I gotta sit down, I sat down for 23 years and didn't fly. So if it's like, hey, you gotta sit down for 6 months because shit ain't safe out there, then like you, I'd rather for it to be safe. I'm trying to go places with you, but I'm also trying to make it there and make it back.
And guess what? We done took road trips for however many years we did. Yeah. And if that's what we gotta get in the car and do,
on a road.
Yeah. We'll prepare for it.
I don't even know how to segue into sex questions, talking about the airport and shit like that. But
Well, we never. That's one thing we've never done is join the Mile High Club. Would you?
No, we can't fuck in that little ass bathroom.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be in the bathroom, but like, what if we were on the plane and we were like in the back and it was kind of empty and we had a blanket over us and it's dark? Would you like?
No, a fucking flight attendant sits in the back. You won't go to jail for that shit.
What if she was asleep?
No, she can open one eye and see you fucking.
You wouldn't let me just sit on it?
No, babe. We're not fucking on a plane.
I wouldn't either. I was just asking.
I
get too motion sickness.
Yeah, we're not getting cuffed.
One thing I don't want to do is be on the no-fly list.
Banana and a goddamn empanada. We're not having sex on a plane. Like
I was just asking.
What have you learned about sex that you wish you knew earlier?
I've learned that the quality of sex is not measured in duration. And don't get me wrong, if it's a long session, it's a long session, but that doesn't always mean that it's better. Sometimes we've had some of the best quickies. I've also learned that
the quality of sex doesn't depend on the duration.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I've also learned that the emotions involved, it can be different. Like, I can be in control and, be talking my talk, and that can feel good. And it could be the complete opposite, where I completely submit and surrender to you, and that can feel good. So I've learned, and I don't know if I'm using this word in the right sense, but I'm gonna just throw it out there anyway. Sex isn't monolithic. Like this, you don't want it, or it shouldn't be, or at least not for us. Like, we ain't doing the same position every time. Now, you might have some of your favorites. Not doing the same position, not doing the same what is it called? What is the pre-work called? Like the
foreplay?
Yeah.
The pre-work. I heard this bitch, she called the pre-work. The pre-work.
I couldn't think of what it was called. I was like, the lead up.
The pre-work.
Yeah, the pre-work might not be the same. The foreplay.
Nobody ever calls it the pre-work.
The prep work.
I hope that's not indicative of the performance.
No, like the pre.
Like, it's just pre-work. There ain't no real foreplay. It's just pre-work.
No, I couldn't think of the word.
What the fuck? That didn't land on me nice.
It was just
the pre-work, like
the pre
foreplay. How do you not know what foreplay is?
The foreplay may not always be the same.
We don't really have foreplay. We have pre-work.
No, I didn't mean it like that. What I was trying to say is, it may not always be the same, or you might have your moves that are the same. Like that's just,
you know how to get it there.
Exactly. Again, it's not monolithic. It isn't. Sex can be in different places, different moods. One thing about us that that has always been part of us, and I appreciate it. We have makeup sex, but we don't have sex when we're mad, like just to do it. I can't even fathom that. Like, like even thinking about
Get the
how
fuck away from me.
Yeah, like how do you even allow yourself to get there?
Off. I don't want to fucking touch you right now.
No.
And touching you makes me feel good, so fuck all that. Fuck all that.
Yeah, we'll have makeup sex once we make up if we're in a bad place, but to be like not speaking and just do it. I can't fathom how you allow your body to get there.
I think those are the moments where people fuck and you try to like degrade her and disgrace her, like.
But I would think bitch. It would be dry. Like I ain't getting turned
damn
on
sure
by
I'm
you.
Jam it in when it's dry. I ain't waiting for you to get wet. I'm mad.
That's
bend
so
over,
mean.
but jam it in dry as a motherfucker.
That is assault. No, I can't imagine that. What about you? What did you learn? So those are the things that, and I can't say that I wish I would have known them earlier, because, I don't know. I think I learned them at the perfect time. I feel like the sex that we have in our 40s is better than the sex we had in our 30s, and that was better than the sex we had in our 20s. Yeah. So, what about you?
I would say I learned that porno sex isn't reality sex.
Okay.
Because I used to watch porn as a kid and thought like that is sex, like that is going to be sex when you're having sex, but it's I caught myself, I was about to, but that's not what sex is. Also, sex doesn't always last as long as you want it to.
I think that's a fallacy that maybe boys grow up with, that it has to be long, that's what women want.
Women don't understand the psychology behind that whole thing. That's a whole nother podcast to get into, we should talk about. But that is a psychology that will have a man dancing on edge, because once it's in your head, you cannot get it out your head, like for a while.
What exactly? Once you
start thinking about your performance, and are you going to step up to the plate when you need to, like that kind of thing. Then it's in your head when you're supposed to be enjoying foreplay. You're thinking, you better work, like you better do your thing. I hope that this, like you're thinking of all the things. Wow. And then by the time you about to perform, it's like, this ain't.
It's okay. Is because I would think.
And for you, for women, it's not that mental for you.
Let me just ask this, and I'm asking, I'm not telling, because I know my husband, and I know how much you care about me, and like you want me to feel good, you want to do a good job. So it's like this. I don't know why. It's like this slight insecurity because you're not an egotistical person when it comes to sex.
No, it's not.
Let me land my plane. Are there some men that because they don't value their partners as much, or they don't value who they're having sex with as much, or they just go into it just thinking they're the best and they don't have that level of insecurity?
Two things men do that is overinflated. Men think they can fight better than they actually can and have sex better than they actually can. That's two things men do, hands down. Wow. We think we can fight better than we actually can, and we think we can have sex better than we actually can. So yeah, there's always intimidation. Not necessarily intimidation, that's the wrong word, because you my wife and we comfortable and I didn't have sex with you 92,000 times. But
it's actually 93,000.
There's always a thing in back of your head of, make her feel good, make perform right, like make her not like you don't disappoint her. That's what I'm saying. Like she wants to feel good too. So do your job. That can be on your mental heavy sometimes. Now, sometimes you just like a robot and it's just, you go through the motions and you do your job. You don't even think about it. You look up and be like, damn, I tore that ass up. But if you start to think about it beforehand, you will lose yourself. You can lose yourself.
But again, is that because you care as much? Or some men like, oh, I know I'm going to beat it down?
Well, yeah, you care. You care. Because I'm sure there's some men who say...
I'm saying. Is it because you care so much?
Yes. Okay. Yes, it's because I care so much. But you can have those moments where you say, yeah, I'm going to beat it down. You remember them times where it was like, we was on vacation and we made a porno. And it was like, we're going to get drunk. We're going to take shots. We're going to tear that ass up. And then I took 2, 3, 4 shots. And in 10 minutes, I was like knocked out. So it's that type of bravado that you put out there. But it don't happen like that. You wake up in the morning, you think, and I look at you and think, I ain't tearing shit up. Like, I wonder what she thinking. Is she thinking the same thing? Is she disappointed? Is she mad? Like, those are all the things you thinking, because I sold her a bill of goods that I didn't deliver on.
You sound like...
What?
A bill of goods? Yeah. Are you from the 1700s? Oh, God.
You did.
Okay. Now, do you think falling in love makes sex better, or it complicates things?
I think there's duality in that, because I think falling in love can make sex complicated. If you didn't intend to fall in love. But if you intended to fall in love, then 1,000% it makes sex better. Because you start to feel the connection, like you're making love, like you start to feel you're rubbing and touching every over inch of a person's body. And there's a deeper connection when you're like just falling in love with somebody, opposed to, I didn't mean to fall in love with this girl, but goddamn.
Yeah, see,
goddamn.
I think sex is better when you're like, I mean, okay, we love each other. We've been together almost 30 years. And we love each other, but we've had moments where we aren't in love with each other. Would you agree? So I think when we are like deep in it, in love, sex is like the best thing ever. Like it could, like, again, a morning quickie, whatever. It's like it
after
just
work quickie.
Yes, it's
5 o'clock in the afternoon sex.
It's the best thing. 3 o'clock in the morning, like it's the best thing ever, because it's like, this is my person. Whereas when, you just love each other and, you doing, I don't even want to say the protocol sex, but it's, sex and y'all having a good day and it's a good time. It's good, but it's not as good. Like when you're in love, it's almost like you feel the oxytocin.
Yeah.
Like literally you feel high.
Yeah. Something's running through your veins.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all the necking and the touching.
But it's crazy because do you believe when like, you know, when people say you have sex and the soul ties, like you shouldn't, of course we know the Bible and religious teachings say you shouldn't have sex when you're not married. I don't know if I know of anybody who has stuck to that. But do you think that having sex prior to I'm sorry, I think that's when it complicates things, when you're having sex and it's good and you're not in love with the person, because that's when, you know, chicks get digmatized. It's like, I want to leave them, but it's so good. I don't really want you. That's when you end up being with somebody that you don't even really like, but the sex is so good. I don't even fuck with him
like that, but you know how to have sex.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even fuck with her like that. But
or if it just feels so good, or you know, what's the saying they say now? He's my best eater. Like,
I never heard that.
Yeah, yeah, like. I think men will say it too about women, but it's like you end up being with somebody that you don't really like just because of the physical aspect, and that definitely complicates things. Yeah, that definitely complicates things. But you know, here's another thing I learned too. I can't really say I learned this because this has kind of been us from the beginning. We teach I mean, now we kind of know, but we teach each other. Even if you do something wrong.
Teach because there's a space allowed for communication. There's a space allowed early in our relationship to say, hey, I don't like that. Yeah. Hey, don't touch me there.
Or hey, do this a different way.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's that. I think that helped earlier in our sex life to let people know, like, hey, you're touching me wrong, too fast, too slow. Us.
Oh, well, you said like it was multiple people in there.
It's 2 fucking people sitting here.
Well, to let me know and me let you know.
That's people. What the fuck is you talking about?
Okay.
Am I crazy? Person, people. Whatever.
Yeah.
What's the number one kink in the black community?
The number one kink?
By a landslide, too.
I would say threesomes.
Nope, that's not a kink.
Oh, okay.
That's living an alternative lifestyle.
Okay. Anal sex? I don't know.
No, role play.
Really? To what extent?
It's 92% of black community indulge in role play as a kink than any other of the kinks.
I wonder what
dominatrix and things like that. That's what I was considering. Like, we have role played in almost 30 years. Twice, maybe 3 times.
I mean, yeah, because like we've done.
And what's a role play? Like, I'm not gonna act like the plumber or go put on my tool belt and like, you know, hey, you got want me lay some pipe, or come in here with my hard hat on my dick, like just hanging there. Like, we're not gonna do that, and you be like, hey, my husband, he's not here, but you can use your wood to fix the floor. Like, that's a whole different type of script role play. Yeah.
I mean, I've handcuffed you in the whole blindfold thing. You say 3 times, I would probably say 5.
Okay.
Yeah, but it hasn't been. But yeah, I mean, we haven't really done like the teacher-student thing.
No, librarian.
Yeah. I've been like the nurse. I've been like the massage that. But see, role playing with you only goes but so far.
10-15 minutes.
I don't think it goes that far.
I just gave it some
yeah,
sauce.
you spicing it. Yeah, it don't go but so far because
get naked. Take that shit off. I want to see your coochie. I want to see your body. I don't want to.
Yeah, that only goes but so far with you. Like until it's like, let's get to it. We've done the stripper thing, you know, maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know if that's role playing though. It's just me dancing for my man.
You're acting like a stripper. I think that's a role. I'm acting like a customer.
That don't last but so long either.
So, customer breaks the rules.
Yeah,
in the strip club.
Yeah, that don't last for so long. So
you don't get through a song.
No. No, before you, it's like you interrupt the dance. Yeah. But yeah, I'm surprised to hear that. Okay, I guess I'm surprised to hear it, but I'm also intrigued to know what are people role playing. Like, what are y'all what are y'all doing out there? Who are the characters? What are y'all doing?
Right.
Do y'all got whips and stuff? Like, how far is it going?
The dominatrix stuff, is it the I don't know. Like, what could it be? Because again, I don't think people are scripting shit like you gonna be the butler.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Or you gonna be a dog and I'm gonna put you on a leash tonight and you gonna pee on the floor and I'm gonna spank you for it.
I can't imagine.
Like
that.
No, that's like deep into it.
What you don't really have that many. You're like a get right to it. Like you don't. I don't want to say you don't have that many kinks. Not that I have that many, but you're a more naturalist when it comes to sex, if that's the right word, I guess. But are there some kinks of yours like you like my feet, but you don't have like a foot fetish? You know what I mean? That sort of thing. But are there some kinks of yours that you have not shared?
No.
Are you lying?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm not.
Is there something that like that you wouldn't mind indulging in or experimenting with?
I looked this up though.
Why did you whisper that?
So, cause like that's my number one thing. So
that you like.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say and this isn't something that we've done, but what I would like to do on both ends.
On both ends.
I mean, both ways, I guess. To the voyeurism thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm about to say, fuck you mean both ends.
I mean,
clean that the fuck up. What are we talking about here?
I meant like being behind the glass.
Forgot who you talking to?
No, I meant both ways, like being behind the glass and like putting on a show, and then us watching a show. That would be like my kink, I guess. Is that a kink?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That would
voyeurism is a kink.
Yeah, that would be my thing. But other than that, like I don't
creepy ass shit. Though. I'm gonna tell you, that's some creeping time ass, creepy ass motherfucking shit right there, boy. Look who I'm fucking around.
But not like
crazy sicko ass motherfucker I'm sitting next to.
Not like secretly watching somebody. Yeah. Like they know, but they can't see. It's like we in the dark corner.
Just like intense,
we in the dark corner just watching them.
Wow.
Not like binoculars through people's window.
You wild.
3 grams.
Couple grams.
Jay-Z
outside. Hove is back outside.
H to the Izzo.
Tickets went on sale. Roots Picnic. Usually they put up a lineup, but they just put Jay up because I guess
a new person was added.
Who?
Erykah Badu.
Okay, she can be.
That's all.
But it's on 22 stages, so I would think.
Yeah, it's a festival.
Yeah, he's on the main stage.
Well, it's 2 nights, so I think she's a headliner one night and he's a headliner another night. Yeah.
And when you go to buy the tickets, one of the dates, the Sunday date, is like a different color. Maybe to let you know that's the.
Because it's probably the ending, so I'm pretty sure he's probably going to be on Sunday. But the tickets, you buy the tickets for both days. Now, whether or not you choose to go both days,
right?
Yeah.
And it's at the Belmont Plateau this year, which I heard it wasn't there last year. I'm super excited about him being back outside and rapping again and making new music. And
if he's making new music,
if he's making new music, but just having concerts. He also released that. He's dropping two dates at Yankee Stadium, July 10th and July 11th, for the 30th anniversary and the 25th anniversary.
Your 30th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt, and 25th anniversary of The Blueprint.
I could imagine what that concert is going to be like.
Well, we won't have to imagine it because we will be there July 11th.
But yes. I'm just saying, I'm looking so forward to like. Just being in Yankee Stadium up in New York and Hove come out, like that's gonna be insane.
I'm getting a new blue Yankee.
Insane. Like, I'll probably wear a blue Yankee too. That's gonna be like a no phone night for me. Like I just wanna be in the moment and watch the show. Like I'm not pulling my phone out at all. I don't give a fuck what's going on around me. I'm gonna be locked in. Like that shit is in here. Like I experienced it.
Yeah, I'm definitely like, and it's crazy because for me, I don't listen to a lot of rap. I
But
definitely don't know a lot of rap. But I listen to
Bullshit.
and I know Hove. No,
You be rapping gangster shit, Tosh.
But I mean, well, let me say new
Lil
rap.
Baby, Dirk. Like you be talking about sliding and pulling up and.
That's because of you. But I mean, like, the stuff I really, really know is like Jay, Wayne, Snoop, Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, like, these new people, like Young Thug and Offset in them. Like, I don't know that. But Jay, I know. But what I don't know, what I was about to say is I don't always remember what songs are on what album, because like it was, it all kind of blended in for me after a certain time. So when I saw it said 25th anniversary of Blueprint, and I was like, oh yeah,
Blueprint is the album. That's the one you like.
Yeah,
it's got your joint on there. It got your Erica song on there.
Blueprint too. Like I like a lot. Yeah. I just don't always know song placement when it comes to Jay. Has so much music.
Like Blueprint is his classic. That's what everybody was saying Beyonce don't have is a blueprint. Like, what is Beyonce's blueprint?
I would think 4.
And if you can play the blueprint, no skips.
Yeah. Like with Beyonce, album. I can play 4, no skips.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Blueprint, like you said, that album, it's like, again, when I had to, go through and read, because I'm like, wait a minute. See, look, it's in my search. But when you think
that's
about
the one right there.
The Rule Is Back, Takeover, Izzo, Girls, 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 Jigga, That Nigga, You Don't Know, Hola, Ovito,
yep.
Yes, Heart of the City,
Ain't No Love, Never Change, Song Cry. That's what I'm saying. Cry? All I Need, Renegade with Eminem.
Yeah. Me and Erica's song is not on this one, but I think that's Blueprint too.
Okay.
But
yeah, Blueprint is that's the classic.
Baby, yes.
And Reasonable Doubt, again, I was on. You wasn't there for Reasonable Doubt. You still was in the house on the porch.
I definitely was. So that's why I really want to go to the July 11th show more than the 10th. But Jay is like, it reminds me, I don't even want to say my childhood, but like my teenage years and the beginning of us real hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, real hard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Last Graham, they shot up Rihanna's house. You may know a little bit more about this than I do.
So this lady, stalker, weirdo, she was like making videos. She thought Rihanna was trying to kill her. Just a sad situation. Like Rihanna,
shot 10 times in her house.
And Rihanna has 3 young children. 3 under 3, 3 kids under 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
A husband,
other family members that
just herself, even if nobody was home and she was just there by herself. Like, you shot up my house. And it just made me think about this society that we live in, where celebrities are so accessible in some ways, as far because of paparazzi following them, just because of social media, being able to look people up, see where they are, that sort of thing. Like, what restaurants or something they may frequent. And it makes you think about people like Rihanna, who technically isn't that active on social media. She been popping out her baby. She, it's about her business. I don't think she ever gonna do music again. She just, riding the wave and living her life and being a mom and a wife and all the things. And it just makes you like wonder, is it worth it? Is that life worth it? And I'm not talking about the mom and the family part, because that's the normalcy that she's found inside of everything else. But is the fame and fortune and all of that worth it? Everyday people get shot at and killed, but usually not by some random crazy person who think you were trying to kill them and you don't even know who they are.
Right.
Is the fame and fortune worth it to be at risk like that, and you don't even know that you're at risk until something happens?
I don't know. I've never had that type of fame or fortune. You can want it, but a lot comes with having money like that. A lot comes with it. It killed Lady Gaga's dog walker. Like these people, these fans, they can get a little crazy. Your name can come up in shit. Like, and I think about two people who do it the best is J and B, and you don't hear from them. You rarely hear them speak. When they pop out, they together. They go right back in.
When you
they
see pictures, it was like together. From 4 days ago.
Yeah, like they keep it tight and they don't respond to shit. Like that's how you do it. But even them, Jay's name get put into some shit. Beyonce's name get put into some shit. Mm-hmm. Epstein filed this. Like you could be sitting back doing it right, minding your business, and because you're of that stature, your name is in shit. So is it worth it? I don't know. I don't know how I would feel if we was rich and they said that we went to Epstein Island and we didn't. I don't know how. I don't know if we would be sitting in the house, and we would be like, man, that shit ain't nothing. Or would our people be calling us saying, this is a fucking big deal? Y'all have to answer this. And we looking at each other like, we ain't fucking never been there. Like, what they talking about? So I don't know. Is it worth it?
And let's also
billions of dollars. It might be. It might be.
Yeah, I mean,
it might be.
I'm not saying that it's not. I just was, posing a question and thinking, like, at what cost? Like, you gain all this at what cost? Like, do you want to live a life, where you're where you have to be so insulated to protect yourself and to protect your family? Does it take away from the enjoyment of what you've been able to accomplish?
Look at Puff's life. Look at the misery, the drug, the being a drug addict, being addicted to shit. Look at the stuff he was doing in his leisure time. Like, I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know. Having that type of money, that type of access, you got to be grounded in yourself, God. Like you can't stray. You can't get there and then be like, oh shit, like. I'm just so enamored by the shit around me or the access that I have that you go fucking insane. So, is it worth it? I don't know.
Thought it was something to ponder. This was good talk.
It's a wrap. Actual Podcast, episode 268. It's a close. It's your boy, International Walk.
It's your girl, Tasha.
Y'all fuck with us. If you don't, you should. Peace. We gone.